Okay. I'm gonna cut here, and I'm just gonna bring that all the way around. It does not have to be perfect. Just like that. Make it touch itself. Same thing here. I like to go about 1.5 to 2 inches around up. See that? Up to my knuckle, from my pinky to my knuckle. That's as far as I want it to go. I've seen people try to do it and they go up too far. You don't have to do that. All we're trying to do is establish a root base. The root base will not come down here. The root base will start here and up here. So now what we're going to do is just cut from the top ring that we did down to the bottom. Now you can pry that right up. When the sap is flowing in the spring and the summer, that whole bark comes off. Any questions so far? So now you see it's cut. We're down to the cambium layer. You can't hardly tell. The cambium layer is in here and it's green, but some of that fine cambium layer is still running up and down that. So we want to scrape this to the actual wood. You see this? See that soft tissue? This soft tissue is still cambium layer. If you leave that on there, it will not take because it's still running nutrients from the top to the bottom, from one side to the other. What you're trying to do is blow up the bridge, okay? We're blowing up the bridge by scraping this completely to the wood. You want to scrape this all the way around. Make sure the whole thing is scraped. You can't leave any. You want that dry as a bone. The whole thing. I got my rooting hormone. You take your rooting hormone like that, and I got a little paintbrush that belonged to my wife or one of my kids or something. And all I'm gonna do is just put that rooting hormone, make sure you really get it up here. Because the root's coming from up here, not down here. Don't waste your rooting hormone on this wood. Don't do it. Remember, we're concentrating up here. All of this is a waste. Don't put it down here. I'm going to show you why we call it the chili dog. Why I call it the chili dog. Okay. You see the bag of soil. You're going to roll that bag of soil tight, tight. Pull it. You're going to pull it tight. You're going to roll this like a blunt. Somebody going to say, I don't know how to roll it, Led. Yes, you do. Stop lying to us. See that? I know a lot of y'all know what that. Okay? Tighten that back up. This is why it's called the chili dog method. Because once I roll it like this, I cut the bag. Remember, here's the fold. You go behind that fold. This is why. Because I made a chili dog bun. It turned it into a hot dog bun. Now watch this. You see that? This is why I call it the chili dog. This looks like a hot dog bun, don't it? The soil looks like chili. And now I'm about to put the hot dog right in the middle. That's why I call it the chili dog. So we take that chili dog, see that? And we're gonna put the hot dog right in the middle of the chili. Watch this. We're gonna pinch it together like that. Now bring that flap back around. That's gonna cover the whole damn thing. See that? Just like that. Now I'm gonna bring that zip tie around. Tighten it up. Just like this. Now I'm gonna tighten that thing. Tight. You see the liquid running out, right? Just like that. You see that? That ain't turning. That ain't moving. That's what you want. Now, you can snip these if you want to. I'm gonna take your aluminum foil. And wrap that thing around like this. What you're doing is you're trying to make tree think that it's underground making roots. I use foil, and the reason I like to use foil because it sticks, and you can come and check it and open it up and check it all you want to, and come back later and just put it right back on if you want to. That is literally finished right there. That is the chili dog. Look like you just got that off of a food truck, don't it? I call it the chili dog method because it totally looks just like you just put a hot dog in some chili on a bun, and then you wrap it with foil just like you getting it off a food truck. Okay, so I showed you that our cuttings work. Now I took those cuttings on the same day that I did this air layer live. So I'm gonna go in here and we're gonna see if we got any roots. Let's see what we got today. Let's hope for some roots. I can't tell because the bag is foggy. So far, I can't see anything. So I'm gonna just leave it alone. I know it's some in there, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now. I'm gonna cover it back up and I'm gonna check another branch. I wanna be able to see those roots. I don't wanna play a guessing game because that's when you mess up, you get impatient. There is no rush. Okay, we're on the opposite side. This is the other one I did, closest to the house. We're just gonna check on that one. Remember, this is a lot of soil we're dealing with. So if we don't see any results, it's no big deal. Just gotta wait a little longer. Those cuttings were in just a little 8-ounce cup of soil. I see roots. I see roots busting out of the bag already. Up here, up top. So, they're not where I want them to be. I want them to be filling this bag. So I'm going to wrap this back up. There is no rush. I want a bag full of roots. Because if you get a bag full of roots, you won't have any trouble. It's just gonna take off from there. Let me look around the other side here. Oh yeah. Wow. Plenty of roots. On the outside. Only a few on inside the bag. So I'm going to let that go. I'm gonna let that finish doing what it's doing. We'll come back in another week or two and see what happens. Okay, family, let's check it out and see what's in here. This is 1 week later from the last video. Okay, as you can see now, wide open. I had opened this and I thought I was recording. I wasn't even recording. But as you can see, look, full of roots, top to bottom, all the way to the bottom of the bag. This is just 1 week later. 1 week later. I told you, all you gotta do is be patient and it's gonna show. Now I'm gonna show you the other one that we had just a few roots out the top. I opened this one already too, because again, I thought I was recording. But there you go. Bag full of roots, same branch, full of roots, only 1 week later. This is the one that had the little few roots at the top right there. Told you, all you gotta do is wait. Once you start seeing roots, each week is a major change. So I'm gonna do this. I've done this with all these major branches on this fig tree, because I'm going to be putting these on my other properties. And I need you to know how well this worked. I'm not going to bother opening these yet because I did the rest of these probably 2 to 3 weeks after I did the initial first 2 during the live stream. But I'm just telling you, family, if you really truly want to clone your trees, do my Chilli Dog method. I've always had 100% success rate. No matter what tree, I've done nut trees, pecans, and everything else. And I always get a 100% success rate with my method. So go ahead, give it a try. If you don't know nothing about cloning trees or air layering, this is the easiest way, okay? I'm gonna link my live stream to the end of this video so you guys know exactly how to do this from start to finish. I will also be linking my playlist of air layering and grafting. That's it, family. So all we're gonna do now is cut this branch off underneath the bag here and put this in a pot and let it go all winter. Our next move is you're gonna cut this off below the branch, below the bag. And that's that. You literally have a whole tree right here. I'm gonna show you the results of that. Bring it down here so you can actually see exactly how big that new tree is compared to a 5-gallon bucket. You will pay almost $100 for that right there. I see it even produced more figs during this whole process of these few weeks. Get them off. They're not gonna produce anything. They're not gonna become anything. Get rid of those. I'm gonna bring our bucket over here and give you our next step. We're gonna cut our zip ties off the bag and we're gonna put this all the way at the bottom of this pot. Go ahead and get them zip ties off. I'm not even trying to save them. You don't really got to be gentle when you got this many roots. I'm going to show y'all the whole root structure in a minute. Look at that. Do you see that? It's like frickin' spaghetti, right? Okay, so all we're going to do is come out of this bag gently. No force needed. And this is why we call it the Chilli Dog method. Because that split right up the middle that we made is just, that's the bun. I'm going to show you these beautiful roots. And when you do it right and you do it like I'm showing you here, you don't have to be gentle because the root structure is going to be so strong that it's going to hold onto the soil and the tree, just like that. You see that? No more bag. Bag is history. That is real. Just in case you want to see it up close and personal. I'm going to stand this up as straight as I possibly can. The tree itself, the root doesn't have to be straight, but I do want the tree itself to be fairly straight, okay? So I'm coming all the way over here. I'm not going to loosen those roots or anything. I don't care about if the soil came all the way up to here, like if I had a 5-gallon bucket, because what that's going to do, all of this is going to start rooting as well. This is not a grafted tree, so I don't care about the graft line. There's no such thing in this method. So now, all we're going to do is fill that up with soil. Get it under there. No air pockets. Just like that. And I'm going to keep 1 inch below so the water can settle when it starts raining or you water your plant. So water has time to sit in there if it's kind of dried out. Just like that. Okay? Now I got somewhere to water it. So my next step is I'm going to water this really hard until all the bubbles stop. So we just going to water that in. That's going to get those roots settled down in here. What I'm trying to do is make a mud bath, is what I'm really trying to do. See that? I'm gonna let that settle and let that water seep down to the bottom of that till the water is running out the bottom, and I'm gonna hit it again. I want this thing saturated because I want this, wiggle that around. I want that to feel right at home. See those bubbles still coming out? That's oxygen that you do not want in the pot. Now, do y'all want to see the finished product? Wait, first, look, we got a couple little stowaways. Get those out of there, all of them. It won't hurt. As a matter of fact, if you take all the fruits off, it's going to help it. This is the result of that. You see how big that is? It's almost as tall as I am. This is how tall that is now. Right? This is that. You're going to pay almost $100, if not over $120 for what we just did for free. We got so many roots in here. We good. Boom. Look at that. Bag full of roots all the way around. Is just take that bag off. See how we wrapped it over the chili dog? So we don't have no worries. If you leave a little bit of the bag in this structure, don't worry about it. It'll grow around it and dissolve. Okay? So if you can't get the whole bag off, don't destroy the root system trying to get the bag off. It'll be okay. Sometimes you get lucky with it, sometimes you don't. But there you go. Perfect root structure from top to bottom, and even start growing roots up here. So this is what's going to start growing if you plant it too deep. No worries. This is not a grafted structure. Root system excellent, just like you got it from the nursery all the way around. We're going to do the exact same thing we did with our last tree. Is I'm going to try to keep this up as straight as possible. First, check for fruit. See that? Stowaways. Get rid of that. Get that down in there. Just like that. And fill that up with soil. Water that in real hard. And now you here live with the results. Okay? We got a 3-foot tree and we got a 5-foot tree. How much would you pay for that? Right? That's what this is all about. How much would you pay for that at any nursery? And then we're going to plant this on our land, on all our properties next spring. This is it. So this tree is going to grow and be this big again next year. But now I have 7 other trees that will cost you almost $100 a piece. So that's $700 that I have to put on all of my other properties now for free. All right? I hope this helped you. Live Farmer 73. I love you guys, and I'm out. Peace.